Hello, this is Hans Zanstra with Burning Truth Africa. I wanted to take a minute at the end of the year 2022 and just say thank you to our supporters. Thank you for giving. Thank you for being our friends. Thank you for loving us. Thank you for praying for us. As you know, we were able to go to Kenya, Africa this year. We left June the 1st. My wife, Teresa, my son, Jonathan, and my brother-in-law Milo all got to go to Kenya. We had planned to go to Uganda as well, but unfortunately around June the 10th, we were attacked in our rooms by three men who came in and stole from us, and they injured my brother-in-law Milo and myself. Fortunately, my wife Teresa and my son Jonathan were fine. But Milo sustained a traumatic head injury which caused problems with bleeding on his brain, a fractured skull, 8 stitches in his head. I received 10 stitches in my head, but fortunately, no other sustainable injuries. Now, these injuries, as painful and difficult as they were, it really emboldened me to continue to preach the gospel, because I know what God has called us to do. And I just am amazed. My wife and my family are without words because of the generosity of those who have given into this ministry this year, and especially in our time of need. And so again, I said thank you, because when these thieves came into our room and stole all of the money that we had on hand, all of the valuables that we had in our room, we had thought we'll just have to scale back on what we were planning to do during this trip. But actually, because of your generosity, because God is so good, we actually were able to do more than what we had planned. And I want to share with you today some of the accomplishments that we were able to do in Kenya this year. First of all, we were able to get a complete site plan for the property that we have in the rural areas of Kenya. This property is owned by Bishop Tobias Olo of Bethel Family Ministries. They are our partners in Kenya, and we are in the works to legally transfer the ownership of that property so that we can both have ownership of this land. While we were there, we worked on the water well that's on the property to make sure that we could get the hand pump working, and then we had the pump tested for an electrical pump that could be installed so that we can eventually have a solar pump that will provide water on the property. On the site plan, you can see the buildings that we're wanting to build. You can see the agricultural center that we're wanting to have there, and then also the supply rooms and things that we'll be building on the property. This site plan is a great accomplishment because not only does it give us a plan for what we're going to build there, but it also gives us the approval from the governing officials to be able to build on the property. So this was a great accomplishment for us. Then along with the site plan, we purchased livestock to be used. We have donkeys and a cart for the donkeys to pull to help with harvest and that type of thing. We purchased a cow that will later be used for milk and also for fertilizer. Along with the site plan, we got the blueprints. We were able to purchase the blueprints for a new church building. The current building that's there is being used now for church, but it needs to be modernized and it needs to be rebuilt. That building will actually be torn down. A new building will be put up. Since we've left there, there's ongoing work taking place even now. They've dug the hole for the septic tank so that we can install a septic system on the property and we can have modern bathroom facilities. Currently, there's no facilities for restrooms, and it's very difficult for those who attend church and for those who are helping on the property. So we want to get those things accomplished. While we were there, we also had our friend, an expert advisor, come from Uganda who has his own agricultural center there and is actually rated among the top farms in the entire country of Uganda. And we were blessed to have him come for one day to begin teaching us, and he'll be in showing us the things that are necessary in order to have a successful agricultural center there. And he'll be returning and offering more advice as needed. He'll be coming with some more practical things, and we'll also be sending people to his facilities there in Uganda to learn and be able to implement the truths that he's learned in Kenya at our facilities there. We were able to harvest all of the maize that was on the farm when we arrived there. All of it was harvested so that it can be used by Bishop Tobias and his wife Judy while they have a school in Nairobi, Kenya. They're going to be using this maize to help feed those children for now. Later, we'll be implementing more crops and different types of crops to be able to be used for our agricultural center, for training, and also to help provide for the ministry. They've replowed the field and even started planting for the next crop. They've begun putting the partitions up for the different places, for the different types of crops that we'll be planting in the seasons to come. And now, as we look forward to the future, once again, we plan to be in Kenya, Africa in 2023. We also plan to be in Uganda. And I don't have the dates for that trip as of right now, or even who all will be going. But I know that this is our plan and our heart is to be there. A few things that you may not know about what we do in Africa as well is we help support some of the ministries that are there. I mentioned to you Bishop Tobias and Judy Olo. They have a school in the slums of Nairobi, Kenya. And this school has children that without them, they would not have any education. And they live in some of the worst conditions that I've ever seen in my life. The sanitation is atrocious. The smells, the filth, it's indescribable. You can see from the pictures that this is a desperate situation for these children. But Tobias and Judy have taken it upon themselves to teach them, to help them. And so part of the funds that we receive, part of that does go to help Judy and Tobias. We want to continue to support Tobias and Judy and those that are in Africa, as well as go ourselves to Kenya and Uganda and to the nations of Africa. We want to continue to preach the gospel. We want to build these transformation centers that we believe will have an impact on the communities that we build them in. So with this in mind, we have realized that we need monthly income to our ministry. In the past, God has always provided for us every time that we've taken a trip, every time we've done a project or had anything going on in Kenya. But we've never really had that monthly support because we hadn't really needed that in the past. We've just had our trips here and there, but the time has come for us to have a continued income for our ministry so that these projects can go on even when we're not there, or so that we can be there more often. And so we ask you to consider that. Just as you consider giving to us and continuing to support us, think about if God would have you to be a monthly supporter of our ministry. If you would like to do that, you can find all the information on our website at www.burningtruthafrica.com. More importantly, I want to say once again, thank you. Thank you for being a part of our family. Thank you for being a part of Burning Truth Africa. Thank you for your love, for your prayers, for your support. All of it means so much to us. Whether it be a financial gift or a prayer or just the love and fellowship and friendship that you've offered, we're thankful. And we know that God has great things in store for us in 2023. And we want to continue to be a part of your life as much as we want you to be a part of ours. And if you'd like to reach out to us, just to fellowship, just to share something with us, you can find a contact us page on our website, or you can send us your prayer requests, send us your praise reports, let us know what's going on in your life, and let us know how we can be a part of what you're doing and how we can be connected as we continue to do the work of the gospel. So now, from my family to yours, I wish you a very happy new year, and I pray that God's very best would be yours. So thank you once again for being a part of Burning Truth Africa. God bless.